Ladies and gentlemen, now the rest of you space pirates out there, hello, and welcome back to Space Engineers. And no, this is not the typical place where we've started the past couple of weeks in this string of videos. It is, in fact, the very end of my first season of Space Engineers. There's the dead leaves with all the new textures that came in recently, and I think we didn't have these textures the last time we played this. I don't remember. I don't believe these new textures were here. Maybe they were. But it's good to see the old girl here. And where we left off. And of course, Shallow Rock. Because this is also the 1 year anniversary of losing the big pup. He's been gone for 1 year now. And I was reminded, thanks to Facebook. Yeah. Facebook memories aren't always good. But yeah, 1 year is gone. And also, as of August 14th, I believe it was, marks the 2-year anniversary of my channel. 2 years of putting videos on this lovely, lovely YouTube for you folks out there that I hope you've been enjoying. And yeah, there's a reason we're starting off this way. A certain somebody decided to start his side of the videoing and whatnot before I could get in, the asshole. So anyway, I decided I was going to poke in here real quick and take a quick tour of the old ship, and then we'll jump right into the small ship build with D-Swing. So let's pop inside here and take a look at our old ship. And this actually gives me the opportunity to get the old fuzzy purple back too. So we're going to do that. Yeah, I don't believe we had the new textures when I last played this. I don't think we did. I'll have to go back and watch the last episode to make sure. I don't think they were here. I know I didn't have a good enough machine at the time to get the higher quality textures. So that's a thing. So yeah. Let's go check out the bridge and then we'll pick up with the build with D-Swing. And there's our bridge. Yeah, this was a fun romp. The building of this ship. This is really my first big ship that I built in survival. I mean, all the times I've played before, and I didn't build anything bigger than like a small miner or something. I never got too far before I either got bored of it or I got distracted. So I guess this ship has a little bit of sentimental meaning to me. Not only did we build this together on our channel, this was my first real build in survival. Wasn't much to it, but it is mine, and I'm happy with it. And this world is on the Steam Workshop if anybody wants to actually pop in and have a look at it. So feel free to download it and play around with it. And yeah, oh yeah, the Dark Heresy. We all remember what happened to that. And if you don't, go check it out. It's rather hilarious. A little sad, too. Yep. Wasn't a bad little ship. I just hit something a little too hard with it. Didn't get to play around with it near as much as I wanted to. And of course, Big Bob underneath. My really big, heavy miner. This thing could tear through some ore now. But again, I didn't get to use it much. Then we landed on that ugly alien planet. Yeah. We've had some fun so far. It's been a wild ride. 2 years. 2 years. Let's make it 2 more. Let's make it 4 more. Let's make it as many as we can. before I get too old, my fingers get too decrepit to do this again. So yeah, see you on the other side, and let's get to building small ships.
Hello all, this is D-Swank, and not quite in Space Engineers yet is...
Fuzzehgamer, how y'all doing today?
And I'm doing my intro a little early so that, because I want to start getting work done on my ship, and Fuzz is having to, you said, re-verify the integrity of Space Engineers or something like that?
That's the steps I'm taking to see if I can get in, yep.
So, until Fuzzy shows up, I have this fake Fuzzy that's going to be standing here in my cargo bay while I work. So if I need to go and talk to Fuzzy, that's where I will go. And on Fuzzy's end, when things are being recorded, you can come in and take a look at the fake Fuzzy.
Alrighty. Almost afraid to
I think
look.
it looks pretty good. I just couldn't get the... You're a little taller. Well, the fake Fuzzy is a little taller than the real one. Also, it's a little wider, and it doesn't have the skull motif. Otherwise, pretty accurate.
Nice. Okay. So I think for the most part, I'm just going to get somebody to send me a clip of the intro instead of doing a separate one.
Okay.
Since I am now in-game and seeing someone's really sexy looking back in here. Where's my ship? Down there. My house.
Oh, do you want to see Fake Fuzz?
Yeah, show me Fake Fuzz.
Fake Fuzz is inside the hangar bay.
Yeah, okay. I think you captured my likeness pretty good.
Oh.
A few artistic liberties here or there, but not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad at all. Looks a little more like a scuba diver.
Yeah.
But hey, I like it. Artists' renderings are always a little bit weird sometimes. Okay, let's get down here and start thinking about my bridge and whatnot.
I hope your ship isn't going to be too much taller, otherwise it'll run into mine.
It's not. It's going to be a final third deck on top for the captain's quarters, and then I'm going to start hulling around everything.
I'm going to have to figure out piping on this.
Fun.
Because I've figured out where I'm going to be putting my weapons, my primary weapons stuff.
Okay. Mine is going to be easy in that respect, since I'm going with that kind of pontoon aesthetic I had on the ship that we plopped down the kind of base shape in the other build.
Yeah.
So the actual weapons are going to be pretty easy on mine to throw down. Should be.
The second engine module areas are going to be where the weapons are going to be on this. Mostly because if you were on the ship and you were getting into a fight, you're doing it wrong. So run away.
Yeah. Yeah. The intention of the ship built here today was not fighting. Which I'm a little more comfortable at. I'm not a fighter, I'm a lover.
That's only concerning when we're playing Ark.
Yeah, I can see that. I need to be mirroring again.
Okay. I need an opinion.
That was quick. Coming up.
Basically need to know 2 or 4.
2 or 4 what? Ears?
Okay, if basically take these pieces that I've put on here already, copy them, flip them upside down so the flat pieces match. So I'd have 4 pods or 2 pods.
2 would make it a little more something. Would make it a little more recognizable, I think.
Okay.
What was that? That hurt. Oh, that's what that is. There's a giant space whale flying about my ship, and I hear Clang disagreeing with it. That's kind of scary. That's a little scary. I'm going inside my little bunker now.
It moves reasonably well.
Alright, a timer can trigger another timer, right?
Yes.
So if I set up this airlock, I can trigger it to open it up, turn them off, trigger a timer which changes one light from one color to another. Well, actually I shouldn't have to do that because I have room for multiple lights in here.
Okay.
Shouldn't need that.
No. Yeah. Alright, let's check engineering and make sure I haven't clanged out the...
I think you have. I think you have. I heard Ramalama Ding Dong and all that good stuff over there.
Nope, it's still spinning. I don't see any damage back there. It may have just been clanging on your end because your computer's going, oh crap, that has to have broken by now.
Yeah, probably.
Because your computer has no faith in my engineering capabilities. Of something, I don't know if you commented on it or not. Look how fuzzy my suit is.
Yeah, I hadn't looked at it yet. And you are just looking all kinds of sassy right now.
Oh?
Well, until your arm just kind of jutted out to the side, kind of weird. It looked like you came over here with your arms on your hips and one leg right out, just kind of tilt. It was kind of silly. Y'all just see it. But you was looking all kinds of sassy when you rolled over here. It's not too bad. Why and what is is it just referencing something or just, hey, fuzzy suit?
It's called a badger suit.
Was it colorable?
I don't think so.
Well, that's a damn shame.
I can give it a try.
Just push me around, why don't you?
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the foundation of our friendship in space engineers. I'm just pushing you around.
Seems that way. Alright.
Watch out, ladies and gentlemen. He's about to get triggered.
Oh, it takes a lot to trigger me properly. Like, you know, MMOs that throw stuff in your face like you're playing a phone game.
I honestly have no idea how you ended up getting that continuously.
I don't know. It had to be something kind of glitchy on my end. I'm gonna give it a second go. I was being somewhat overly dramatic just for the sake of being silly, but yeah, that was a bit much.
Yeah.
We really should look up those questionnaire type things when we're doing things like this.
Yeah.
Maybe even get the community involved and say, hey, ask us some questions.
You've seen how well that works for me.
Well, you know, I kind of know
Half
how
my
you
questions came from you.
I know. What was that about, Darth Vader?
I just realized just how tedious this next part is going to be.
Understandable.
your ship going to be able to land on planets?
Yes. Why? Oh boy.
What? What?
Misname things. Yes, I plan on making mine land on a planet.
Okay. When we actually sit down to test these things, once we're finished, what we probably should do is load up or blueprint and delete one, and put a world in and test one at a time.
Probably best. It's getting hinky building them at this point.
Yeah. And it might be best, say, to test yours on your computer.
That sounds like a very, very great plan.
Oh, I know something I can talk about briefly.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about names for the ships. And a lot of people liked your suggestion of the whale shark.
Okie dokie.
The reason why I don't want to go with the whale shark, well, one, sharks have vertical tails, and this thing has a horizontal tail, and was always going to.
Are you gonna name that thing the beluga?
No.
Okay.
My original thought, when it was before I had, well, let me rephrase my previous statement. It was if it was going to get a tail, it was always going to be horizontal.
Mm-hmm.
When I was still on the fence about it having a tail or not, I was thinking of calling it Tyche's Tear, because it was kind of teardrop shaped.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm probably mispronouncing it, but Tyche is the Romanized version of the Greek goddess of luck. And it was actually, Tyche was one of the last of the Roman pantheon to be openly worshipped. So much so that at one point the Catholic Church thought about canonizing Tyche as the saint of luck.
Okay. I don't recognize the name, and I'd probably have to look at the spelling to see if I even recognize it. Oh, this isn't ready. Crap.
The name Tycho?
Mm-hmm.
That it, when used in Western settings, because I have heard of it used in Oriental settings, but in Western settings, it is a masculine variation based upon the goddess's name.
Interesting. There we go.
Let's see. Other interesting. I've been reading some interesting things about.
Oops. Let's go turned off.
Things that they're looking at putting into ARC.
Mm-hmm.
From like dev interviews and things like that. They released the dossier on the Phoenix, and below that is the information from the dev interview,
right?
Where they kind of answered general questions that the community has. And one of them, they're talking about the being able to grow cactus. Speaking of, in our on server, I found where the aloe vera is, which is the cactus stuff that we can make flamethrower now.
Crap! I forgot to do something.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
What did you forget?
A suggestion that you made that I planned on doing, I forgot about.
Mind filling me in?
The windows at the airlocks.
Ah. Don't want to accidentally space a kid, man.
No.
Think of the children.
Children
That's
are little
something
bastards.
I personally I have always hated the think of the children as a reason to justify anything.
Yeah. There was this kid on a delivery today. The family itself was kind of strange. It's kind of annoying. We got in and out of her as quickly as we could. Not even going to go into what made the family strange, just because it's going to distract from what I'm about to get into. There were 4 kids in the house, 3 boys and 1 girl. And one of the boys and one of the girls, the youngest boy and the girl, was helping their grandmother. I guess she is to her, possibly mother. I have no idea. I'm not going to guess. Helping her clear off a desk for us to move a new one in. And as we were leaving, the other 2 boys, I guess, were distracted because they never came in to mess with us or bother us.
Yeah.
But when they realized we were there, kind of like spoiled dogs, they came a running to bug us. And the only thing they were doing and saying was stomping with 1 foot, asking our name. The whole time.
Why?
Yeah. So, stomp, what's your name? Stomp, what's your name? Whole time. Don't know why. It was annoying as hell. Now, on the way out, I'd gotten quite tired of this, and while grandmother was inside still being who she was, they followed us out again like poorly kept dogs. And when they were up around our truck as we're trying to leave, I looked at them. I kid you not. I looked at him and I said, "My name is Lucifer. His name is Beelzebub. Now go to hell away." They kind of looked at me in disbelief. So.
Well, guess who's getting asked back for deliveries?
I don't even care. I don't even care. None of that should have happened, and it was just annoying, and she let that continue, and it was just really, really annoying. I don't like kids. I don't like rotten kids. Let's rephrase that.
Cook them right, a little butter and salt. Not bad.
Trying to cut down. The waistline's getting a bit big.
Fry it. This is... If I'm not careful, this is going to look like some sort of fat Voyager.
Kind of already does.
Yeah. I don't want that.
Okay.
Nothing against whoever designed the Intrepid glass, but the writers, they screwed that up, because according to the universe, it's a scout cruiser. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And it makes sense for a scout cruiser to be thrown across the galaxy. I mean, story-wise, it's good, because you're avoiding the Battlestar Galactica thing. Luxury space battleship stuff.
Right.
I'm fine with that. But when you have the Borg, and the Borg are defeated, like huge swaths of the Borg are defeated by a scout cruiser, when not 10 years before, one Borg ship. I mean, it's like the reverse of when the Borg showed up in Federation space.
Pretty much.
The Borg show up in Federation space and wipe out anything they come in contact with. Janeway ends up over there in a scout cruiser and wipes out any Borg they have come in contact with. It's like, really? Really? And the only way they successfully do that storyline-wise is by panzifying the Borg. I know there's a lot of people that had problems with Voyager because of it being captained by a woman, and that didn't bother me that much.
No.
Other than the fact I didn't think she could act.
No. I still like her, but no.
Yeah, she does a pretty good job of a William Shatner style, a modern William Shatner style of acting. Which, after having Picard and even Sisko, I'm not a big fan of the actor who played Sisko.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't see Sisko played by anybody else.
Right.
Okay,
now I need to stop mirroring. And start over.
Those two did a very good job. Janeway always came across fairly rough, and was it Kate McGrew? Is that the actress's name?
Who?
Who played Janeway?
Mulgrew, I think her name is.
Mulgrew?
Yeah.
Okay.
Honestly, I think out of all the captains, Sisko is a tight second for me as favorites. I really did like him. Don't even ask me what his... Avery Brooks, I think his name was.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it was Avery Brooks.
Yeah. Me and my dad both. We actually really like him as an actor and as the captain of the station. We really enjoyed it. I don't know who I could place in as my top, though, to be honest.
Oh, I thought he did a fantastic job. It's just I'm not it. The other things I've seen him in.
Oh, well, I haven't seen him in much that I can remember.
Kind of like I'm not a big fan of who they got to play. Well, one, I'm not a big fan of the storyline for River Song in Doctor Who. I'm also not a big fan of the actress. Granted, I haven't seen much of her, so, but I haven't really enjoyed what she's been in. So,
waiting for fanboys to come in and dislike every video you got now.
Oh God, yeah. I mean, it's gonna happen.
Oh yeah.
How dare I say anything bad about anything related to Doctor Who?
Right.
I mean, the greatest thing to happen for that series is what's his face leaving.
Matter Tenant.
Neither of them. The show writer.
Oh,
Moffat.
Yeah.